Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Crowdfunding Coverage. We do a recap of what's going on in the crowdfunding universe once a quarter. And today we're going to be talking about the third quarter of 2018. In the third quarter, there were 21 major campaigns, all of which did well over $1 million of fundraising. Collectively, the 21 campaigns brought in about $50 million. And the biggest campaign was MateX that brought in over $12 million and is the largest Indiegogo campaign so far. First, a little bit of news before we get into the campaigns themselves. Equity crowdfunding continues to grow with a new record in July. They brought in about $11 million in the equity crowdfunding space in July. So things continue to grow in the equity crowdfunding space, but significantly slower than originally forecast. So we'll have to keep an eye on this moving forward. Indiegogo has taken steps to try to keep bad actors out of crowdfunding. And they're going to be working with a company called OnFido to do sort of background checking on a AI kind of a basis for people that want to do campaigns to make sure that nobody sneaks into the program with bad intentions. So we're going to touch on the 8 of the big campaigns. We don't have time to do 21 of them. The 8 we're going to talk about range from $1.3 million to $12.7 million raised. The length of the videos that they used range from 2 minutes to 5 minutes. The length of the campaigns ran from 30 days to 59 days. The rewards range from a very small 2 rewards up to 14, which strikes me as a more appropriate sort of a number. And they did updates, 8 to 17 updates. So our first item is Atom. This is a very small, very rugged 4G smartphone. So it's waterproof. You can take it with you hiking, swimming, wherever you want to make sure that, that you're always connected. Some of the things that they did in their campaign where they had multiple early bird pricing levels. If you're new to all this, this is a technique to get momentum going early in the campaign by affording a special discount to the first people that come in to back the campaign. On this campaign, it indicates it is the production prototype level. This is something that's been going on more recently in crowdfunding. The campaigns, particularly that have a high-tech product in them, they describe whether they are in the prototype stage, the production stage, the shipping stage, so that you get an idea of where they are in their developmental process to help you judge the likelihood of getting your reward on time. They also had a live chat button while the campaign was going on. So while the campaign was operational, you could click on that with your questions and type in your questions and get a real-time response. Very good idea. The second campaign is Aria waterproof earbuds. So these are pure wireless earbuds that, as it says, are waterproof, a lot of nice features, and a very affordable price point. So some of the things that they did in their campaign where they used the GIFs, these are the short videos with no audio component to them, to share different aspects of the product in action. They had a comparison chart. This is a great thing to do if your product objectively compares well against your competition. If that's the case, by all means, tell everyone. Another thing they did was there was an indication on the campaign, order now for 50% off. This is an interesting strategy. In overview, people that contribute to crowdfunding campaigns are helping to develop a new product, and traditionally they get a discounted price for being on the front end, the pre-ordering to help make the product be possible. So typically the prices are significantly lower than they would be in the retail marketplace. But they're just positioning this differently in their campaign that get 50% off by ordering now. So it's not really a new idea exactly, but it's maybe a new pitch of the idea, which I thought was smart. Link. This is an interesting product. So imagine you're outside on a camping trip, skiing, or whatever, hiking, with multiple people in your group that you're not always together all the time. This device lets you track where the other members of your group are, up to, if I remember, 3 miles away, and it does not require the cell network to operate, and there's no fees or anything with this. So you can track where your kid is, where your dog is, where your hiking partners are located using this device. Some of the things they did in their campaign were they had extra videos. You're not limited to just your primary campaign video. You can have as many videos as you want. So they had some extra videos explaining the product and how it worked and all the benefits of using the product. There were 10 people that they depicted in their campaign that were the team that put this all together, showing the team is good. People are more comfortable making a contribution to a campaign if they feel like they know you. So if you have a section of your campaign that has their pictures, your names, it helps with your fundraising. This campaign had an in production designation. So this means they're actually making this product right now. So this is a little bit of a different thing in the crowdfunding space, because normally, the people are contributing to the campaign to help make the product occur. So this product is already in production. But this goes back to the prototype, production prototype, and that kind of thing. It tells you where they are in their developmental status. The next item is cycling power meter. This is for competitive cyclists that want to be the fastest, longest biking people around. So it measures how hard you're pedaling, basically, on an electronic basis. Some of the things they did is they had a timeline of their campaign, which sort of takes you from the earliest idea through the development of the idea to the crowdfunding campaign to the production and shipping and so forth. They also had the gifts in this campaign, again, the short videos without audio, and they had some media reviews, media quotes about their product, what the media personal thought of their product. So this is a great thing, which you can often do later in your campaign if you get some traction early that the media pays attention. Lumen, this was a very interesting product, and it may not be clear from looking at the image what this is. This is a small handheld thing that you would blow into, like the breathalyzer test that the policemen use. So you blow into this device, and it detects from your breath what your body is burning, whether you're burning carbs or you're burning body fat, and it then sends suggestions to your smartphone in terms of what you should eat, what you should do to support your health goals, typically losing weight. So a very clever notion, because you don't have to track what you're eating anymore. The machine recommends what you should do based on what your body is burning. So some of the things they did to promote their campaign were they had video testimonials. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do. If your product is far enough along, you can share it with people, and they like it, and they're willing to shoot a video for the campaign. This is very compelling. So have this in mind if you can pull this off. It does require that your product is developed enough to do this, to get this feedback early. They also had referral cash. There's various mechanisms that you can try to accomplish this. But the idea here is that people that like the campaign, they spread the word about it on social media. And if people follow the links provided to the campaign and sign up, the person who promoted the campaign gets some cash out of it. So this is something that's really worth considering as you plan a campaign. Also, something I don't really think I'd seen too much in the past was they had a little piece in their campaign about there's 300 beta users on the product. So this implies robust testing, and the thing is going to work, and it's going to work well because they've done their homework. They're ready to go. So that is Lumen. This next one was a Q campaign Vector. This is a tiny little pet robot sort of thing. It's the largest funding that any robot has gotten on Kickstarter. They took in almost $2 million in the campaign. It is a cute little thing in their video. Some of the things they did is they had the GIFs, the little videos showing the robot doing its thing. And this is the short ones without any audio. They also had regular videos, in addition to the main one showing the robot in action and people interacting with it and so on. And as I mentioned, this raised the most money on Kickstarter so far for a robot, almost $2 million. Next, we have the travel line. As you can see from the image, this is a new take on luggage. And their idea is you have a big backpack type piece of luggage. And within the backpack, there are cubes and pouches that sort of help keep you organized in your travels by sorting the things out, as opposed to just throwing it all in the bag. So some of the things that they did in their campaign is they had multiple colors in their luggage. I think this is always in your interest, if you can pull this off, to offer colors and sizes to the buyer if it won't break the bank to do those things. The campaign was graphically rich, all kinds of images about the luggage being carried, being packed, being used, and keeping you organized on the go. They also had add-ons. So what add-ons are is you have your baseline product and you want to keep the price reasonable, so you don't put on too many options in the baseline product. So what add-ons are is okay, if you want to buy this extra thing, you can. So it enables you to keep your base price lower. And I have people calling me up sometimes that they want to do a multi-million-dollar Kickstarter, and this is not the easiest thing to do. So I want to point out that these people raised $5 million, but they know what they're doing. They have a big track record and a lot of street credit on Kickstarter. This is their 8th one. So this is a situation where you can build your credibility and your contacts, your email lists, and everything over time by having Kickstarters and by delivering what you said. Our last campaign of the month is the Mate X. This is an e-bike, and there have been certainly many e-bikes on crowdfunding platforms. Some of the special things about this is it's a folding e-bike that folds up very small, and it's very affordable. So that was sort of some of the keys to their success. But it was a really big success. Over $12 million was raised by this campaign. Some of the things they did is they had add-ons, like I was talking about in the last campaign. Extra things you can get for your bike you don't have to get. If you want to buy these extra things, then offer them, and you can do that. Helps keep the bike itself price under control. They disclose this is in the prototype stage. So that means they have a working prototype, but it's not in production yet. And sometimes the terminology is, if it's a prototype, it works, but it doesn't look exactly like the final product will work. If it's a production prototype, a production unit, then it is actually what the thing is going to look like in the real world, and it's been adjusted for efficient production. One neat thing they did with this campaign is they had pictures of the members of the team, which is not unusual, but theirs was a big GIF, and the people were hamming it up a little bit on the camera. There'd be like a traditional picture of a person, and they'd make a face or something, kind of personalized the team and made it be more friendly in tone. And the top Indiegogo campaign so far, over $12 million. I believe this is the 4th biggest campaign in crowdfunding so far, I think. So that's it for our coverage of the 3rd quarter of 2018. Hope you enjoyed our show, and we'll see you later on. Take care.